They tell me to do this with confidence. So I'm Ingrid, and yes, I'm Australian. No, I don't wrestle crocs. I live in America now, guys, so I shoot them. When I first moved here to LA, I didn't really know much about the geography of LA, so I was totally stoked when I found this really great, really affordable apartment in this place called Compton. And I was on the way home one night, and I was on the train with this group of like 15 guys, and so I went up to them and I was like, "Hello, I just wanted to tell you that you're so cute how you guys all match. Like you all got red. Something red, it's adorable." This is before I knew what a gang was. And a little bit later, they started beating up this one guy. Like, I don't know why. Guess it's good exercise. Like, all the other passengers were out of there, like, quicker than that one time that I lost my self-respect eating at Wiener Schnitzel. And the gang leader, he stops the fighting, and he looks at me, and he's like, "Yo, Whitey, move." At this point, I thought it was best to argue with him. So I look this tall, muscular, very handsome gang leader straight in the eye, and I said, "Whoa, is this your best self?" And he grabs my handbag and he links his arm with mine, and we walk through the carriage, and he's like, "Yo, baby girl, just do what I say, just leave." "I don't want to see you get hurt." It was so romantic. Like I've had worse dates. And it was at that moment when I realized he had tears. 3 of them. Right here. And he says, "Yo, I can't. My honor's at stake. I can't let him go." And I was like, "Really? 15-on-1? That's your honor? I mean, it's not exactly the gauntlet throwdown, is it?" So I told him, "I'm going to have to call the police. Like I said, I've had worse dates." And as the doors slowly closed between us, he's like, "Yo, kid, I respect that. You do what you got to do, and I'm going to do what I got to do." Laters, to which I responded, "I'm going to have to agree to disagree with that." And I pulled the emergency stop, and I called the police. Because I don't rep with no Bloods. I don't rep no Crips. I rep Gryffindor. Thank you. And that means that when I see something, I say something. But seriously, you guys, I still think about him as the most gentlemanly man that I've met in LA. So I want to get rid of my uterus. And I know I'm being like a typical girl, like we all got something that we hate about our bodies, But it spoils all my fun. Like, no sex, which means no boyfriends, which means no STDs, so that's a good thing. But crippling pain? Oh, I didn't tell you. So I have endometriosis. You may not have heard of it, because it's a female disease. And that means that I'm not sick. I'm just hysterical. It's when the uterus lining grows outside of the uterus and it creates these lesions that bleed and inflame, and it's just like the Battle of Hogwarts down there, like Compton style. My boyfriend actually broke up with me because of it. It really upset him that the only time he ever heard me moan was when I was trying to stand up, It's serious. There are support groups for the men to help them deal with it. I mean, there's no groups for the women, of course. But there is a doctor in Italy. He did a research study entitled, "Why are women with severe endometriosis so unusually attractive?" The study was conducted in his attic. And they did things like they measured the size of the woman's waist in comparison to the size of the woman's breasts, in comparison to the size of the men's egos when in front of the breasts. And Unfortunately, they didn't advance their knowledge of endometriosis, but they did advance their knowledge of gossip, backstabbing, and everything else that women hate about Donald Trump. But no matter how shitty it is to have a disease that's ruining my life, I am grateful for the fact that I don't suffer from anything worse, like white male privilege. Thanks, guys.